happening? It's Ike from Flipside Music, and welcome to What the F.A.Q. number 22 of season 2 of 2020.
Lots of twos happening, apparently.
Yeah, it's a big pile.
We're heading into the
big pile of deuces.
Big pile of deuces.
Yeah, a big pile of deuces right here. Welcome to our weekly FAQ show. Question and answer. You guys ask us a question, we give you an answer. I'm here with
Dylan
from Flipside Music. We are running late, so as always.
also from. Always reminds me of that beginning Holy Grail.
With the what?
Also from Sweden.
Oh.
The moose, yeah. The moose.
All right, so we're going to jump right in to answer your question so we can do this and I can go edit it and get it out to the YouTubes.
Yeah, the YouTuberverse.
Yeah, so. Quick cool thing. We only lost like 1 subscriber last week.
Hey, sweet.
That's
like
pretty
a record.
fucking good.
Yeah.
We're starting to level this stuff out. I think we're starting to catch on.
That's pretty, yeah.
All those people.
We're trending.
Yeah, all those people in Moose Tip, Montana are checking us out.
Finally adding up.
Finally adding up. Word's starting to spread. Like I've said before, we're very popular in empty places. So
the emptier, the better.
Yeah. The smaller the town, the bigger we are. Yeah. That's how it goes.
We're sensational in Alaska.
Wyoming and rural Montana. We're huge.
Let's see.
All right, what's our first question?
So first one is from McKevrock. He said, ever had your hands on a sound tank Ibanez Tube Screamer? Any thoughts compared to the real deals? As a matter of fact, we actually have one.
We got one.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we just took it in, so it'll probably be on the site today, actually.
If you want it.
Yeah.
How does it sound?
It's pretty great. I like it. It's throatier and kind of like, it's almost more like an ODR to me. Like, it's just a little more aggressive than a normal Tube Screamer.
Yeah, I mean, the enclosure is trash.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite trash.
Yeah.
But I actually like it too, because I remember this isn't the first one we've had of these.
No, I think it's like maybe the third one now.
Yeah, we've had a few over the course of time. And I remember plugging it in going, I could use this, even though I hate Tube Screamers for the most part.
No, it's actually one of my...
It's usable.
Yeah, of the Tube Screamers, I actually do kind of like that one, just because it is a little... The mid-focus isn't quite as prominent like it is in the TS9s and 8s.
So there you go.
Yeah.
And we got one. So if you're interested, I mean, it's relatively cheap. You can get them inexpensive.
Yeah, they don't fetch a ton. And it's weird, too, because we barely see any of the other sound tank. Like, I've never seen the delay, we've never had the chorus, we've never had the flanger. All the other ones that are supposed to be common, we almost only get the Tube Screamers, which is kind of interesting. Alright, Colin James.
Colin James.
I think his is more of a discussion topic.
Okay.
Said, now that Gibson CMO has owned up to being responsible for the whole Play Authentic kerfuffle, he says he's interested to hear our thoughts on the aftermath. He seems like in the long run it seems to have been kind of a non-issue. Or at least he feels like it's been kind of a non-issue. I sort of agree. I feel like people made a big stink out of it, and then it kind of just dropped off. But
that seems to be the way it works in the
I almost feel like bringing
days.
it back up was maybe not a great idea. I don't know.
They should just owned up to it right away and just said, hey, you know what? That was probably stupid. But they
should have done this right away.
Right. They could have probably done it sooner to make a difference. I don't think people give a crap. People that love Gibson are still going to love Gibson. I think.
Yeah, no,
I think at the time they were gaining some
favor.
Some favor amongst the fan base again, and even people that were kind of like gave up on Gibson. I think they.
Yeah, people were like, I'd give them a second chance, just because it seemed like they were talking about reducing the prices by like 30%. They were talking about reducing the line to kind of streamline it a bit. Quality control, the whole thing. It seemed like they were going to be making the right moves, and then they did that, and it felt like it kind of cut off all their all the good vibes they had built up. I felt like they kind of squandered them all on that one. But.
Well, even bringing in Agnosy, I mean, was like everybody's like, oh my God, he's great.
Right.
Whatever. But it was a good move on their part.
Yeah.
So doing that stupid shit was definitely stupid. Is it gonna be a long-term problem? No, I think everybody doesn't care anymore. Now that the NAMM shows happen, they've seen the new stuff. Everybody's like, "Woo!"
Well, I was gonna say if they really want to combat that, then they just have to kind of.
They gotta put their money where their mouth is.
Right, and this phone will not stop.
I know. We haven't even opened.
I know.
I've been here early and it won't stop. So yeah, I mean now I think for.
Moose tit calling.
It's killing me today with this phone. I think with what was I saying? No, I forgot what the hell I was gonna say. Oh yeah, they need to put their money where their mouth is. The rubber's got to hit the road. They got to put out good stuff, and then everybody will not give a crap about that at all, if anybody does anyway. So that's that. All right.
Let's see. Driddle suggests that we had fewer questions last week due to NAMM overload, which I would probably agree.
Could be.
We released in the middle of all that, and it's not like we're so it's like so we got buried, and everybody else was looking at all the new flashy bits. Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Bearded Blues Dude. He says, how about suggestions for a reverb pedal going into the front of a Silverface Bassman? No effects loop, and he says the ones he's tried tend to distort or even add a little bit of gain. It looked like he used the Bayang Tri reverb, which depends. My suggestion, well, I think it would probably be yours too.
Yeah.
The Boing from J Rocket.
Yep.
It's just that one. It probably definitely pricier than the Bayang, but like reverb's something you use all the time. So to me, it's something that's worth investing in.
And if you're just looking to add
a classic
spring reverb effect, that's it. Definitely the Boing is a great pedal for that.
Yeah. One, it's modest, which is nice because like it kind of reacts like the reverb in an old Fender. Like if you hit it with more signal, it'll get more carried away. If you don't and you want it clean, it pulls back pretty well. And I feel like it's pretty convincing too in the right situations.
Yeah. I mean, we've got guys that like have no reverb Dr. Z's, and they've used that with it to kind of just give it a little bit, wetting it up a little bit. Yeah. That'd be my suggestion. Obviously, you want that reverb to do more things, then you may want to look at something else.
Yeah.
But if you want, that's what I would go with.
Yeah,
if I just needed a reverb to be reverb with one knob and be done with it.
Well, and it's dead simple, and it's based on the reverb that would be in a Fender. Yeah, in a Fender. So that one I feel like would be probably one of the better ones. Let's see. So Jake, Headwop 26, Mr. Yergerts. He said he had a student in his rock and roll history class today ask, how can you tell if a guitar player isn't very good? He said he thought it was a good question for us, and he said, what's a dead giveaway that a guitar player probably sucks, maybe even before you hear them play?
You know what my answer is.
Yes, yeah. So, and this is something funny because now we just let people do this, and like, we just like grab our coffee and let them have it.
So, everybody, how do you know if a guitar player isn't very good? Well, it's hard to tell. It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, once somebody starts playing, you know a good player from somebody that's not a good player. It's pretty obvious. I think there's fluidity to it. There's musicality to it that really kind of differentiates like a really good player, I think, from somebody that's still working on getting to that level. Now, to address the situation of somebody that we've never heard them play,
but you're trying to figure out if they're probably a bad guitar player.
Right. I would probably take the over on this bet. If somebody comes in here and starts asking me dumb shit like, what's the housing made out of? Do you know what wire they use to solder? Does the solder have? Is it lead free or So when they start asking like,
do you know what the alloy differences are between Diodario and Dunlop?
Yeah, like super specific. Like super specific shit that's like minuscule to anybody that kind of really truly plays.
That or anybody that plays that knows, you just gotta mess with it to find out. Like if it's something you gotta ask about that you're that worried that it's gonna make this big difference.
That some things you shouldn't worry about until you reach it.
The mountain molehill situation.
Yeah, like because we've had customers that come in and will start spewing out all this stuff, and it's like, well, this pickup is supposed to be wound with blah blah blah, and I heard that they're underwound and overwound, and the El Nico and El Nico 2 and El Nico 5, and blah. And they go through all this shit, and we're like, wow, because we've made this mistake before early on.
Like,
now
we're
just used to it. 9 times out of 10, the guys that spew all this spec stuff and ask about all this ridiculous kind of stuff. It's not ridiculous to a degree, but it is when you're at basically a starter level. Yeah. So we get those, they ask us all this crazy shit, and then we plug them in, we get them set up, and they're like, you know, still struggling to get from the D to a C chord to a G chord, and it's like, well, dude, you don't need any of that.
You don't need to worry
really
about that yet. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about it yet. It's like, look, get your playing up to a spot where you're feeling good about what you're doing, and then you start, because at some point you start cultivating your own sound and your own tone and really what you kind of dial into. But if you're not quite there yet, don't worry about, you know, 42 gauge wire for your pickups, or lead-free solder for your whatevers. It's or cables. I mean, we get guys that go crazy about cables sometimes. I was like, dude, you need a 10-foot cable to go from your guitar to your katana. That's all you need. Don't worry, it doesn't need to be a mogami. It just needs to be a cable.
Right.
You know, middle of the road. So, I don't know.
No, I agree. That seems to be the main giveaway, because we've had guys too that, like, you would almost think they were like audio engineers. They've gotten to such details about certain things, like things about even pedals that I don't even know or wasn't aware of.
Like Eric Johnson level.
Yeah, and then you'll hear them plug in, and like I said, it's like plink plunk blink plink plink. Yeah, and it's kind of a weird. I don't know. It's a weird dynamic, because I feel like they're so extreme on one end and then so extremely on the other end.
Well, and I just feel like you should rechannel that energy of spec hunting and watching a bunch of YouTube videos about something to maybe you don't spend 3 hours trying to find the specs out of something, and maybe try to spend 3 hours with working your scales and your modes and your timing,
or watching lesson videos or whatever.
Yeah,
it might be.
I think that time that you're spending so much time to get specs should be spent actually playing.
Yes, I agree.
So that's that.
Yeah, sorry, and if I keep looking down, I'm just looking at the questions.
Yeah, we didn't have a chance to print out our stuff because we're banana peel in here real quick trying to get our shit done.
Jack the Rabbit says he will be the first customer for a Buddy Jesus EQ, so we need to get right on that one. We need to figure out. Let's see.
You gotta get your frequency straight with the Lord, son.
Yeah, my tone is blessed.
Yeah.
You have a blessed tone. All right. Ben Coombs says, question for next week: what's your favorite solid state head, no combo amps? I also know what our thing is for, or what our answer is for this one too. But
it's gonna be the Katana.
Yeah,
right now, it's we all love it. Everybody here has got one.
Yeah, it's just too tough to beat.
It is. It's just, you know, I know there's a lot of people that don't. There's a lot of people out there that don't like it, but the majority do. And I think that the head version is great because then you can put it into a speaker that you like, whether it's a V30 or whatever it is that kind of floats your boat, and you can get what you need out of it. And I was thinking about, I have a 100 combo, and I've been thinking about ditching that and actually getting the head.
Yeah.
So that I could use it with some cabs that I have that I like the speaker in it, because I think that's the big difference between like the Artist and the other ones, is that speaker is really kind of tuned a little bit better to what that'll do. So yeah, and we've put the Katana head through like a 212 and a 412, and we're like, oh, this is
well, nice. It is, and actually for what you play, Ben, I think you'd really like the Katana, because like if you once you get in and edit some of the effects, like if you hit the governor pedal that they have in the amp, if you throw that into like the crunch mode, like you can get Eddie Van Halen type tones easy, like really easy. And that was like the one thing I was surprised about.
Hey, Governor.
Yeah, I was really surprised at like how convincing like the brown. Yeah, well,
the brown sound stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's so much you can do with it.
Well, even the feel of it feels right though. Like you dig into it, it compresses and you get more output. Where if you back off a little bit, it cleans up a little bit. Which is most solid state amps never do that, and that's why I don't usually care for them.
And the Katana's it's warmer. It doesn't feel like a solid state, or what we've come to know as solid state stuff.
All right. Technically, I was gonna say technically we're open, so I'm gonna end here, and we'll add some of these other questions the next week.
Next week, yeah.
Last easy one. RJB asks Scarlett Johansson or Mila Kunis.
Oh man,
that's a tough one.
That's incredibly tough.
Yeah, because Mila Kunis, like, I feel like would be hilarious, like, awesome to hang out with. Scarlett Johansson, I'm not so sure, but it's kind of that's tough.
That's a tough call. I might have to go Mila Kunis now.
I would lean that way.
I think I'd have to go.
Because I just
the dark hair and everything,
Right. Well, and like I said, the humor is a big part. I feel like she'd be fun to hang out. She seems like she'd be a cool person. So I don't know about Scarlett.
Yeah,
she played Black Widow for too long, so she's all murdery now.
She could be. Yeah. Looks great in leather pants, though.
That's true. Actually, yeah, she did look pretty amazing in Iron Man 2. She was actually like the best part of Iron Man 2.
Yeah, so that's pretty much that's a tough call.
Yeah. Yeah, because Iron Man 2 kind of sucked, but she was good.
It's amazing how that'll work.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, there you go.
That's it. That's the important things.
Right. Yeah, we're unlocking
the necessities of life.
Right. We're unlocking the mysteries of the universe here.
Yeah.
So as you can tell, we have a portal. There's a portal right there into another dimension.
Like 5 dimensions. I don't know.
Yeah. A little bit of Colorado's finest. It'll be a dimension. All right, we gotta go. They're piling up. All right, we'll catch you guys on the flip side.
You're on the Dr. Phil show. A problem is that you're into yourself, that you flirt with girls, that you're not